Hi everyone. Thank you for coming. Happy Tuesday. It's technically my Friday because I'm off the rest of the week, so it's gonna be great. How's everyone's Tuesdays been? Hope everyone had a nice day. Or if you're in different time zones, hope you're having a nice day still. Who knows? But yeah, let me know what you're reading. Or if you're like Claire, let me know that you haven't decided what you're reading because you finished a book last night. Well done. Proud of you. What prompts have you got left for the readathon? Or have you done? No, you've probably done them all because that was like your 12th book of the month. You've been on a very good roll this month. Have to let me know. I'm going to be reading or continuing Broken Fae on my Kindle. Currently, what am I? I know I'm over halfway. Waking up. There we go. 58%. Page 397 of 700 pages. But you can't tell because it's on the Kindle, which is great. Have done all my team prompts, so can read anything for the other ones. Have you read a book that has a rose on the cover yet? I'm just trying to remember my own prompts. Book with bookish elements. That's another one. Or you could just use these sprints to listen to all the songs you've got to read. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. But yeah, I'm going to keep going with Zodiac because addicted. Who was I talking to? I was talking to Barb and basically said that my mid-year freakout tag that I posted last night basically should have been called Demi talks about Zodiac Academy for 20 minutes. Could start Zodiac 2. I mean, that's a very good choice. Or something. I've got the novella after Serpent of Wings of Night. How long is the novella? I'm wondering, could you get it done in the sprints? I wouldn't put it past you. You're a very quick reader. Let's put it in here. We're alive. And sprints. Weird being by myself. Love. Thank you. My sister was like, I can't remember what we were talking about, but she was like, oh, I think I was telling her that I was reading or listening to Legends and Lattes on audiobook. And she's like, oh, you like it better than How to Kill Your Family and Bella Mackie? And I was like, oh, you watched it. 187 pages. You could definitely finish that in a couple hours if you want to. But, you know, it's always up to you what you read. Hello, Bob. Thanks for coming. I'm doing very well. Hope you're doing well as well. That's a lot of wells. What are you reading tonight, Bob? And see if we can help. I mean, Claire hasn't made a decision yet, so you can help Claire in deciding what she wants to read too. Hello, Bob. But yeah, I think I could probably get 3/4 of the way through this tonight. That's my aim, is to get to 75%. And then I'm off tomorrow. I have to go see my PT at 10. I say have. Finishing Truly Devious. How are you finding it so far? That's a big commitment. But I understand it. Oh, Bob says please start Zodiac 2. I mean, I'm would I be me if I didn't say I choose zodiac? I'm here, I now have you on 1.5 speed so I can catch up on the chatty bit. How do I sound at 1.5 speed? You'd have to let me know, 'cause, I don't know, I bet it's hilarious. I've half listened to myself on, like, ×8 speed when I'm editing videos, but it's so quick that you can't really hear what I'm saying. Are you reading tonight, Amanda? You have to let us know what you're reading. But yeah, if I can get to 75% tonight, then I can hopefully finish this tomorrow. And then I need to pick up the Atlas 6. And then I've done all my prompts for the middle grade magic readathon. It'll be the first time in God knows how long that I've finished a reading challenge. We'll start Zodiac after the novella. That sounds like a good way to do it. Definitely. Right. So that is the bottom of the comments, and I guess if this will give Amanda time to catch up, and then she can go back to normal speed once we start reading. So let's pop the timer up. So we're going to do 45 minutes, as usual, and then we'll have a bit of a chat and see how it's going. So I will talk to you all in 45 minutes. Welcome back. So, where did I get to? Because I was reading and then talking to my sister for a little bit. Page 439, which is 42 pages. So, I got 42 pages written. That'd be good. Read in that. So, I'm happy with that. How did everyone do? So, Claire managed to finish 6 Scorched Roses because briefly started last night. 4 stars, fab. Move on to book 2 in the series. Maybe this. Oh, I mean, if you need to put Zodiac off to finish the series, I understand. I might not be happy about it, but I understand. Amanda has 20 minutes of her audiobook left. Amazing. You'll definitely get that done in the next sprint. Yeah, I am at 64%. So I got what? 11% left that I want to read today. I'm thinking we'll probably do like 2 more sprints. Oh, God, my back's killing me. No, I will start Zodiac. Do you have any of them physical, Claire? I mean, I don't know if I'm finding I read quicker on my Kindle or if it's just the fact that the writing style of these books is very young adult and very readable. It could be either. But yeah, I devour these. I'm on the last one, last of the series of the Dragon Mountain. Amazing. What will you read after you finish the series? Because I'm not looking forward to the day I've read all the Zodiac Academy books. I don't think I'll know what to read. No, it will be on Kindle, iPad, yeah. I don't know, I used to be so against Kindles. I was like, no, you want to hold the book. And I do still want to hold the book, but at the same time, I really like reading on a Kindle. I've joined the dark side, which, you know, as someone that's like meant to be a booktuber and have books in their background, if I was to have them all on my Kindle, I'd have nothing to show. Oh well, I don't plan on having a massive unhaul anytime soon. I have half a shelf of room left. That said, I think Masters of Death by Olivia Blake is arriving imminently because I got an email from Royal Mail saying it was with them. So hopefully in the next couple of days. Next will be The Three Impossibles by Susie Bow. Sounds good. What's that about, please? Would love to know. Wrong tab. Oh, I'm still getting used to having a MacBook because StreamYard doesn't work on Safari. And I'm using Safari for pretty much all my internet stuff at the moment. But I've got StreamYard open on Chrome. It's the only reason I have Chrome on this laptop is to be able to stream. But I keep clicking the wrong tab when I try and get back to the internet, so I'm gonna have to learn. Historical fiction, middle grade about mermaids sounds fun. Who's got... Oh, there must be a prompt in our readathon for mermaids. I'm going to go have a quick look. Is there water? Book with a mermaid. There you go, Atlantica. Easily done there. And if I'm not mistaken, is that your team? Are you Team Atlantica? Got it all ready to go. Fabulous. Yep, on Atlanta's bingo board. You beat me to it. That's your team as well. There you go. Not that it's double points, but yeah. We should have double points for reading our own books, our own team's prompts. But yeah, hopefully by the time I get this done, that'll be 2 of my prompts. Well, no, I did 2 because... Did I do 2? Everybody, we have a Rebecca.
Hello.
I've heard you've had a busy day.
Yeah, long day, busy day. So I am not reading because, again, it's Buffy watch. So I've decided to just chill out and watch TV tonight.
I don't blame you. Before I started streaming, I've literally just been binging 911.
Oh, yes.
Because I watched it a while ago. and I got to like season 3, and then that was all that was on, and then I forgot about it for years. And now it's back, and there's like 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Rebecca,
Hi.
bloody enter button. I hit it too quickly as well. Don't worry.
I do it all the time.
That novella double with 3 of your team prompts. My team or Amanda's team, or at this point Max's team.
Which is novel?
She read 6 Scorched Roses. Is it 6 Scorched Roses?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah, that
scrolling
is
back
at least one of mine, isn't it? Rose. There you go. Which novella? Got hello from Claire as well.
Hi.
Oh, I was on. I don't know if you were there. Here you go. I was on with Claire on Saturday or Sunday. Sunday, because I was out on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And I was trying to figure out which team you were on.
Me?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the team. And because your Discord name is Becky,
yes,
I was like, oh yeah, that's Becky's team. And then I was like, wait, I have never called you Becky. That doesn't sound right.
No, to be fair, I am considering just changing to Bookish Bex, but I'm Bookish Becky on Twitter and Instagram and email, so it's easier to just keep it all the same.
Keep it all as Becky.
Yeah.
Oh no, that doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth. Yeah, I realised Roses, it probably was my team. I've done that prompt, and I've done found family prompt. So I'm a third
I've
of the
done
way.
most prompts for most of the teams but my own.
So you're saving yours up.
Just need to actually read them. Although I didn't finish A Day of Fallen Night last night, I've still got like 25 minutes to finish.
Shell says you were listening to that.
So I will finish that tonight after Buffy. And that has a sun on the cover, so that'll be one of my team prompts.
I remember I was looking through my books to fit prompts, and I was shocked that Priory doesn't have a sun on the cover.
No, Day of Fallen Night does on the back, and Fourth Wing does on the inside of the dust jacket.
I will have to check my dust
and
jacket.
And that's the only 2 that I've found with the sun on this month that are actually anywhere near my TBR. But let's face it, I don't ever follow a TBR, so...
I would assume a lot of, like, contemporary romances probably have a sun on the cover.
I would have thought so. Actually,
like the like cartoon covers and stuff.
Happy Place might have a sun on the cover, does it?
I don't know. I can only see the spine from here.
I'm on Goodreads.
Yeah, do you have me which forms I submitted? I've already forgotten.
I submitted so wrongly that I just asked Claire to delete mine, and I'm gonna just do them all at once.
I think I submitted correctly.
I didn't.
I don't have access. Oh no, I don't have access to that one. I have access to the sign up form.
Oh,
I was throwing everyone into groups on the Discord.
The American cover has a sun on the cover, but that's not the.
I think we're allowed to count that. Claire, please confirm.
It's not the version I've got, the one that normally irritates me to do that.
I think Claire lets us do whatever the hell we want, to be honest, in terms of these prompts. Hello! Thank you for coming. Welcome. What are you reading? Please tell me.
I've read them both, Claire.
Part of the Sun Warrior has a sun, but you need to read Daughter of the Moon Goddess first.
Yeah,
Actually, I have Daughter of the Moon Goddess. That's a moon, isn't it?
So yeah, so the English version of Happy Place doesn't have a sun on the cover. Which is annoying.
I don't know if you can hear my parents now arguing because my dad ate the chips that my mum had saved for the dog.
Oh.
Gotta love it. Yeah. So is that the only book you're in the process of at the moment? Day of Fallen Night.
And I've not got any further with Darkface, so I think I might restart that for a different prompt.
Oh no, don't. They're so. Oh, I want you to love them.
Oh no, I do love it. It's just that I'm trying to think what the current Amazing Readathon prompt is, but I think
I'm so far behind. Although apparently my team won the face-off.
oh nice, well done. We were second.
I got some points, but I've still only submitted one book.
I can't think what the prompt is. I know A Day of Fallen Night fits it.
Bend the
And
prompt however you want.
so does Fourth Wing, because that's what I'm going to read next. But I can't remember what.
I'm reading How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemisin. Not middle grade. Don't worry that it's not middle grade. I can guarantee you that Broken Fae is very much not middle grade. If you're in the middle grade Magic Readathon, you just get extra points if it's middle grade. But you can submit any book as long as it fits a prompt. And if you're not, then it doesn't matter. But you're more than welcome to join us if you are interested. I think I'm like over halfway into Legends and Lattes now.
Nice.
I was trying to explain to my sister like how important the narrator's voice is in audiobooks, and how like I couldn't get into How to Kill Your Family because I didn't like the narrator. But I think it really helps because Travis Baldry is like a voice actor, isn't he? Or an audiobook narrator before he was an author.
I think so, yeah. Does he narrate himself?
He's narrating it himself and he's doing voices for all the characters.
Ooh.
And I am loving it.
I might have to get the audio. Just I love the book. I might get the audio on Audible because I've got a credit.
That's where I've got it from. But yeah, and we were talking about audiobook narrators, and Jess was like, there are like two people who, if they narrated something, I would listen to it, and it's Bob Mortimer. So I told her to listen to the Satsuma Complex because he does it.
He probably does. I love the audio for the Satsuma Complex.
It made it a lot more bearable to read. And her other one is Miriam Margolyes.
Yeah.
And she narrated her own biography.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Jess used to fall asleep listening to her voice, like fall asleep listening to her read her own book. So I was like, yeah, you're right. Miriam just has such a great voice.
Yeah, I do love her.
Anytime she's on TV, I watch just to see what's going to happen.
Because you never know what she's going to say.
Last time she was on The Last Leg, it was almost like they told her to be quiet because she was really not talkative. I was like, no, you're here to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know. I love Legends and Lattes. Need to try the audiobook on a reread. I would 100% recommend it. I am really enjoying the audiobook. Love Miriam Margolyes. Yeah, she's amazing. I want to know how she managed to film at least one Harry Potter film, considering she was like surrounded by children.
I think they instituted a swear jar for her, didn't they? I'm sure she's discussed it in an interview.
I'm gonna have to go find it. Because yeah, she must have paid for like so many.
Could put them all through college, I think.
Yeah, she's gonna pay for them all. None of those will have university debt if that's what they decided. Love her as well. Have her book. We'll need to get the audiobook. I don't even know why Jess has the audiobook. I think she might have got a free Audible subscription and chose that one. But yeah, I love it. I love listening to her. Her TV show where she went and talked about Australia and living in Australia was just so good. Because like she says things that are very much not politically correct, but you also know there's absolutely no malice behind it whatsoever. Like she's very much on that knife's edge of could be offensive. But I think she's just curious. And then she did the cover for... What did she do the cover for? Basically did a naked photo shoot for a magazine for like Pride Month or something. Oh, for a minute, I thought Jess had
No.
heard me talking about Miriam and was texting me about it, but no, it's Instagram.
I think she's brilliant.
She's so good. Yeah, if she could narrate all my audiobooks, I think I'd listen to a lot more.
I'd never read again with my eyes.
No, I just have it all on audio. If she, just throw a few swear words in whenever she feels like, I'm good with that.
Yep.
Fab. Right, we have reached the end of the comments. Shall we do another 45? That's hopefully enough time for you to get an episode in. You're probably
I'm
in the
about
middle
5
of
minutes from the end. Buffy will be starting an Angel in the next sprint.
Fab. Right, I will see you all in 45 minutes.
See you soon.
Bye. Welcome back. How did everyone do? So I managed to read 60 pages. I am at page 501, so I've got just under 200 I've got just under 200 pages to go. Part of me wonders if I can finish this tonight because I don't have to work tomorrow. But I might be pushing it.
Hi.
Hello, how was Angel?
Very good. Just finishing up now.
Nice. So Amanda has read 93 pages. Amazing.
Wow.
See, I thought I did good at 60.
Nice.
Because it's Zodiac and it reads stupidly quick. We go 15% of Zodiac 2, which is... Oh, I can't read. The light's blurring out on my shelf.
Is it The Reckoning?
The Reckoning?
Or The Awakening? No, The Reckoning, I think.
The Awakening's the first one. Yeah. I feel like The Reckoning's the third one.
Oh, maybe.
Is there a... Claire, what's it called? You're reading it. Is it Ruthless Fae? Yes. Only because I get confused between Ruthless Fae and the Ruthless Boys.
Ah, yes, that makes sense.
The authors like the word ruthless.
Yes.
Which is fair. And it works to describe all of them, to be honest, so...
They're all
ruthless. For example, no spoilers, but Elise has just beaten someone up. Because she can. How are you enjoying it so far, Claire?
Sorry, just turning that off before it goes up the next episode.
Are you going to start listening to Day of Fallen Night after this?
Yeah, I think so.
This will be the last sprint, by the way, everyone.
I'll finish it off in that then. Awesome.
Let's pop the tick up on, just so everyone knows.
I'm at work tomorrow, so...
You have work? Oh no.
It'll be good to have an early night.
I am so looking forward to my 3 days off. Or 5 days off. If I count the weekend.
Yep.
My mum also has the 5 days off, but she's in London tomorrow. Going to see... Oh, one of the musicals that's based off of a band. The Temptations musical, was that one? I don't remember.
Apart from yesterday and tomorrow, I've had the last 3 weeks off.
Oh.
So no. Next week going back, it's going to be a killer.
Yeah, that's not going to be fun.
But
this is my last, I say last. I've had 3 days off every month since June because I have a habit of not using up my holiday. And then it gets to January and I've got a lot of holiday to use and only 3 months to use it.
Yeah.
Which is why this year I didn't work any Mondays up until April.
That makes sense.
I took them all off because I had holiday to use. But I've also booked off the 30th. Which reminds me I need to talk to Claire about sprints because I'm going out on the 29th bowling. So I'm not going to be able to do sprints that Tuesday. Sorry, Claire. But last time I went out bowling, there was a lot of alcohol and we didn't get home till gone midnight. And then I worked. For a drug and alcohol support charity. So I was like, Mum was like, book it off. I was like, yeah, good point. So I told my boss, she was like, well, at least you're honest. I was like, I know I'm going to be drunk.
Yeah.
It's not going. I'm not going to be able to manage coming in, or not. I don't even have to go in. I work here. This is me on my bed, and there's my desk. That's where I work.
Nice.
So it's not exactly like I have a big commute, but my brain just doesn't work. I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
The 29th, Amanda. It's the last Tuesday of the month. I mean, I could try and live stream from the bowling alley, but I don't think you'd hear me very well. It's very loud in there.
That would be fun, though.
It would. Maybe I'll like try and pop into whoever's hosting and just show you how badly I'm losing at bowling.
I am terrible at bowling.
Oh, you're amazing, Amanda. Thank you so much. If you need me to take any of yours, just let me know. Because I feel bad. But I didn't book the bowling, so I didn't get a choice on the date.
Yeah.
So not my fault. But that'll be fun. I am also, I'm terrible at bowling. So me and Maya, so it's my mum's friend. She's part of a karate club, and it's the karate club that goes bowling.
Oh, nice.
And I've just been invited along as an honorary member because I would not do well in karate. And we're both terrible, so we had the barriers up, and we still didn't win. But I was like, it's fine. We're just having a competition ourselves. In which case, I won that one, just. But yeah, I didn't realise that bowling was a drinking occasion.
No.
I've only ever really done bowling as a child. I don't do it much as an adult. Which is sad because it's really fun.
I have done drunk mini golf.
I've not done that, but now I need to suggest that to them.
They sell vodka slushes in the mini golf.
I think our only mini golf is in the park, and I don't think they're allowed to serve alcohol in the park. So I don't think we'd have to probably go find. Maybe Chelmsford has something. I don't know. Chelmsford has everything.
It does. This is like the centre of town has like drunk mini golf.
I was watching obviously last night's quiz night. Only connects on a Monday night. We watched that, and then we noticed that there was a show that was like Soldiers Behind Bars on Channel 5.
Right.
And it's right up the road from me.
Nice.
It's the military prison in Colchester. I was like, oh look, we get on TV for all the best reasons.
Yeah.
If you want to see where I'll see the sort of town I live in, watch that show. Because not only do we have a military prison, we also have a paratroop regiment, and the paratroopers are assholes.
Fair.
Yeah, gotta be fun growing up in an army town/city. We were a town when I was growing up in it. Now we're a city.
Okay, been upgraded.
Yeah, we got upgraded for the Jubilee, I think, which not many people were happy about if you were to believe the Facebook groups.
Oh.
You know how people like to moan.
So yeah, I wouldn't have thought it would have mattered that much.
I don't care. I suppose it's because we had the reputation of being Britain's oldest town.
Okay.
Because you can trace us back to Roman times.
And
now we're not a town. Right. And now they're trying to suggest we're Britain's first city, which doesn't work. It doesn't work being the first city because we're very obviously not, considering we only just became a city.
So yeah, that would make sense why people would be quite annoyed.
Yeah, people are very patriotic about the history, apparently.
Well, it makes sense.
That's your choice. I didn't care, but it's dying anyway. All the high streets full of empty shops.
Yeah, most high streets are. So's ours.
They're all relocating to just down the road from me, which makes traffic a nightmare on the weekends.
Oh, not what you want.
No, and they're closing the main road each weekend to do repairs on it.
Nice.
So I try not to leave my house at the weekend.
I would as well. Normally, whenever I'm down there, it's just like pick which tube line's not going to be working. In fact, no, it's more like pick which tube line is working.
Yeah. No, I think for the last... So my sister and my mum were trying to go to the Van Gogh exhibit in London, like the immersive one. They booked it 3 times.
Oh.
And each time they announced a rail strike. So they gave up.
I would as well.
she's happy that there's no rail strike tomorrow, but she was prepared for it.
Yeah. Well, you have to be.
I was like, it'd be just your luck, wouldn't it?
They seem to be constant at the moment.
Yeah, I can. I was about to say I can deal with jumpers because like that's not planned.
Yeah.
That's just really bad luck. But like you guys
Yeah.
don't have to do this.
No.
I feel like they might be losing the public support a lot quicker than the doctors are,
Yeah.
which is
I agree.
it is what it is.
It's a shame though because there's a reason why they're doing it, you know what I mean? Like to
Mm.
better their terms and conditions and their working life. But I tend to find that public support wanes very quickly when it's an inconvenience.
Yeah, we like our work whenever we have work meetings, we meet in London. It's not even a centre point, to be honest. It's just where we meet because they used to have head office there.
Yeah.
Centre point would be probably Derby or something. But we have to like try and make sure that it's not a strike day and just hope when we finally settle on a date that nothing happens.
Yeah.
I think last time the day we met wasn't a strike day, but there a lot of them stayed to watch the ABBA experience thing,
Uh-huh.
and the strikes were the day after.
Ugh.
So I know my boss had to get like a 4 or 5 hour coach home. And I was
Oh.
like, yeah, no, I'm glad I went home Friday night now.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't do coaches.
No.
I,
See,
I, I, I throw up on coaches.
I've never had any issues getting down to London on the train. Except like once I was delayed by an hour because of a dust storm
Fair
that
enough.
affected visibility, and I was like, well, that's fine. But my sister-in-law, when she tries to come up here to visit, literally every single time the trains get cancelled or something. Like she was supposed to be going to the Lake District from London and ended up having to travel back to where she lives for like 2 hours to get the car and drive to the Lake District.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Um,
This is true. It is both a blessing and a pain in the butt, normally at the same time.
yeah. And I mean, especially if you're trying to use it environmentally as well, though.
I'm wondering if that's part of the reason my company is quietly given up on carbon neutral.
Mm.
Because, yeah, they now, like, if I was to visit any of our services up in Scotland, they'd fly me now.
Mm.
They never used to. It used to be a train.
Yeah.
But they'd happily fly me now. And I was like, okay.
I'll
Do
go
it.
then.
Oh, I mean, I haven't had to go yet. Furthest I've had to go is Derby.
Yeah.
And I managed to claim back half a day's worth of time through all the travelling.
That's not bad.
I think I left here at 6 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And then I got home about 8 at night. It was a very
Yeah.
long day.
I had to do a trip to London, and I think I was on like the 5:45 train in the morning, and I got back at something like 10:30 at night,
Yeah, it's just
and then started work again the next morning at 8.
like they made you. Oh no.
Well, no, they did say like I could choose to use my loo time, but I was like, actually, I've got time booked off next week, so I'd rather use my loo
Yeah,
time for
it's
that.
fair.
And it was like a Thursday, so it was like last day of the week, and I was just like, oh,
It's
for
what I
one
can do
day I
one
can be
day.
tired.
That's fair. Yeah, if it was just one day and then you had the weekend off, that's not too bad.
And I'm like 15 minutes from the train station to my house. So I was in the house for like 10 to 11, quick shower, in bed for just after 11. So it wasn't
So
too terrible.
you had your 8 hours if you
Yeah.
slept through the night.
So it wasn't too terrible at all. But
That's fair.
I don't have to travel for work, which is a blessing. My husband does quite a bit.
Oof. No, my parents still work out. Um, they work like in locations because they don't do office jobs essentially.
Mm.
My mum's a HCA and my dad works at Stansted, so
Oh, okay.
can't do those from home.
I
But
do hybrid, so I do 2 days a week from home and then the rest in the office.
I do 99% from home and then I go and travel as and when it's needed of me. So I'm
That's
going
fair.
to London next Wednesday to tag along on an audit. I'm not doing the audit, I'm just going to be there to learn about audits.
Yeah.
It's
Good
part
learning
of,
experience, though.
yeah, it's part of my appraisal is to learn what everyone else in the quality team does.
I think that'll be really interesting.
It will, apart from the fact that the service manager that we're going to meet, I'm pretty sure he hates me.
Oh.
At the very least, I don't think he likes me
Um,
because I'm a pain in his butt about data, which is my job.
well,
It's not my fault
you
that
can't
he
help
can't
it
get
then,
it
can
right.
you? You can't help being a pain in the butt if you need the information.
No. That said, he was really good this week. He got it in on time and everything. I was so proud. I was like, yay, I don't have to chase you.
Awesome.
I had to chase someone, but it wasn't him, so it was fine.
Oh, there you go.
I think it's the way forward, Amanda. Working from home.
Mm. See, I do like my working from home days because I don't have to get up as early and I don't have to get my bag sorted and leave the house. But I really do like the my boss laughed at us when I called it the social side of work, but the
Oh, no,
like
definitely.
interaction, the collaboration of actually just being able to sit amongst my team and learn from them as I'm working. Because I've only been on this team about a year, and it's completely different work to what I've done in the past.
That's
So
fair.
it's been invaluable to actually sit amongst them
And learn.
um, and learn from them. So I am pleased for that side of it. But I like the fact that it's half and half because I work 4 long days. So I do 2 at home and 2 in the office, like 50
Yeah.
50. And I think that's probably the best of both worlds for me. I'm not made to sit in the house on my own all day.
I'm lucky because Jess works from home as well.
Mm,
So we've got each other as the social
yeah,
aspect. But no, in my old role before I joined the quality team, I used to do 2 days in the office, 3 days at home as we were coming out of like COVID. I think the person that does the job now does it 5 days in the office.
yeah. And we were always in the office um until obviously COVID. And then it was agreed that when we went back we would go back hybrid.
Because when I started at this company, it was right at the beginning of COVID. So I've never worked here pre-COVID.
Yeah,
So I've always worked at least hybrid, if not fully
yeah.
remote.
No, I was traditionally always in the office, which again I didn't mind.
Yeah.
But I think having done because I did like 5 months from home before my maternity leave and then went back for another 5 months before we started going back into the office. But I was off for like nearly 9 months in between, so nearly 2 years of not being in the office, or just over 18 months of not being in the office.
Mm.
It was nice to ease back in. We started 1 day a week to
Yeah.
start off with.
That's how I started. Congratulations,
Um,
Elena. I want to know more about this
wow,
reading
excellent.
challenge. I remember we used to have those at the library. Do you remember
Mm-hmm.
doing it? You only had to read like 6 books.
Our library still does it, and I always want a thingy, but they only do it for the children, not
Yeah, I
like
think they should do
children
an
and young
adult
adults now.
version.
I would win that.
Arguably, it's more of an achievement for us because, we've got work and lives to juggle.
Exactly. I
Congrats.
would like to win that.
I would also like to know what the challenge is because, maybe we have to come up with an adult reading challenge for the summer
That would be cool.
and make some stickers and tell the library that they need to offer it because adults read too.
Exactly.
Arguably, adults read more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want a certificate after reading 6 books over a 6 week period.
I'd like a certificate after reading an 880-page book in 2 days.
That would be, yeah. Shell says she read blooming Priory in 2 days. I was like, how the hell did you do that? Took
Yeah,
me
I
2
mean,
weeks.
arguably I am doing it via audio, but
That
still.
yeah, but it still counts.
I've still listened to 880 pages in 2
Exactly.
days.
I've, like, been listening to Legends and Lattes since the end of last week, and I still haven't finished it. And it's only, like, an 8-hour book. So, yeah, you're doing great. I
I'm
think
trying.
you succeed. I think Claire's read, like, 12 books this month. I was like, "You've smashed it."
Excellent.
I have read one.
I don't know. At last
1.7.
count, it was about 25, but that's because I did Face Off weekend for the Amazing Readathon, and I read something like 9 books in a day and a half.
I visited goats.
I would have loved to have visited goats, to be quite honest. If
I
that was an
wanted to take
option,
them home.
I would have visited goats.
We are now considering what careers would allow us to have goats around all the time.
I mean, you
Uh,
work from home, you could just have a goat in the house.
I don't know if Ruby would like that.
Introduce them slowly.
No. I think I had the goat version of Ruby because it was called Humbug.
Mm.
He was Humbug because he was a humbug. I was like, yep, this is my dog in goat form.
There you go. Maybe they would get on.
Yeah, that's true. But they just so Jess's one had just been fed. So they'd
Oh,
just fed hers, and so the goat was like falling asleep in her arms. I was like, oh my god, Jess, how the hell are you giving that back to the guy?
I would have just wrapped them in my coat and made a slow walk towards the exit and then ran.
Yeah, congrats. It's just me that's fallen behind this month. But I got 3 days off. I can do nothing but read.
Exactly. I've had 3 weeks off since the start of the month. Like, I've only worked 1 day since the start of the month. So really, it's going to slow down a lot come Monday.
I would say maybe I'd catch up, but I don't think I'm going to.
And I've read a lot of quick middle grade.
My aim was 4. And it's halfway through the month and I'm at 1.7. Actually, no, I'm further than that because I'm like halfway through, whatchamacallit?
Legends and Liars. So you're
So I'm at
technically
like
like
2 point something.
2.2, so that's fine. That's 1 a
Yeah,
week.
that's
You're more
over.
than halfway.
Exactly. I reckon I can finish this by tomorrow, if not tonight.
There you go, you're winning.
And then I just need an excuse to start listening to audiobooks because I normally listen to them at work. And now I don't have that for the rest of the week.
Is the weather going to be good tomorrow? Sit in the garden?
I hope so. It's definitely meant to be a good Thursday.
Yeah, I was meant to be good. I'm doing a nature walk in a local park on Thursday, and then having a picnic with a friend.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
It's supposed to be really nice weather, so we've decided on it's a nature crafting walk thing. So you kind of collect things in the park that you could craft with. It's like sponsored by the council.
That sounds fun.
So I'm assuming it's going to be lots of pretty leaves and pine cones if there's any and things like that, and then you craft with them.
I want to say pine cones in Sid the Sloth's accent. I
Hmm.
can't say it normally. So Amanda's got 4 books left.
Nice.
Rockstar Detectives by Adam Hills. Is that Australian comedian and like one of my weird
All round
friends, Adam
amazing,
Hills?
hilarious guy.
Massive fan of like rugby, Adam Hills. The Secret Sunshine.
He did write a middle grade book, didn't he?
I'm gonna have to Google it in the next sprint. And then
I'll
we've got The
Google it.
Secret Sunshine Project by Benjamin Dean.
I read a Benjamin Dean book earlier this year. It was was it The King is Dead? It was a beautiful pinky purple cover with a yellow sprayed edge.
It sounds gorgeous.
It was the premise is that the next heir to the throne of England is, yes, The King is Dead, is queer.
I am listening, but I've got to plug my laptop in before it dies, so keep going.
No problem. Yeah, so it's like it was like a YA kind of mystery, with a queer heir to the throne. It was really good, actually. I really enjoyed it.
I'll have to keep an eye out at the
It's
library.
worth a read, and it's beautiful. The book.
I've got to admit, I feel a bit awkward walking around like the middle grade section of the library as an adult.
The King is Dead is a YA.
Oh, okay. I could probably find that.
I tend to, when I go into Waterstones, I go in, I veer straight to new releases, then down to fantasy sci-fi, and then straight over to middle grade. And generally get chatting to one of the staff in middle grade and get some amazing book recommendations.
Nice. So those two, Buddy Story by Blake Morgan and That Thing in the Sky by Christopher Francis.
Not heard of those
They
two.
all sound fun.
Mm-hmm.
All left to read.
Excellent.
Yeah, I will have a look and see if that is host of The Last Leg, Adam Hills. Australian funny man. Well, I say that. I went and saw a different Australian comedian this year, and I think they're just all funny.
Oh yeah, I follow a fair few Australian podcasts, and they're all hilarious. I still have currently 26 books on my TBR for this month.
That's a lot.
Whoops.
It is Adam Hills that hosts the show. I did a Google now. I had to know. Thing in the Sky is aliens and buddy stories from a dog's perspective. Now that one makes it sound like I could cry at it.
Yeah, me too. But both sound
things that
brilliant.
are told from the dog's perspective is always sad.
But both sound absolutely brilliant.
Agreed. I can't watch A Dog's Life. I can't watch Marley and Me. I can't watch any film where there's a dog in it and it doesn't end up well for the dog.
I went to the cinema and watched Marley and Me and didn't want to leave because my face was so blotchy from crying that I was embarrassed to leave the cinema.
He's a companion dog to a disabled boy. Well, oh god, I was going to say, well, I hope nothing bad happens to him, but yeah, you're right. I think there'll be different kind of tears.
Mm-hmm.
No,
but that does sound like such a good book to read.
Me and Jess went and watched Me Before You at the cinema years ago.
Yeah.
And she couldn't move after it finished because she was crying so much. I was like, oh god, Jess.
I haven't read or watched either of them because I just didn't think I could cope.
I think I watched it just because it was Sam Claflin and Emilia Clarke. And
I mean, that was the draw, but I resisted. I remember finishing My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult on the top deck of a bus.
Oh no.
Sobbing my heart out. Pretending that I wasn't crying by looking out of the window.
Just imagining yourself in one of those like mid-2000s emo music videos.
Mm-hmm. It was not good. It was not good. But I do cry regularly at books, to be quite fair.
I haven't cried at a book in a while. I know the host gets me almost every time, even though I know what happens.
I feel like I've cried at one this month, but I can't think what it would be. From what I've read.
I don't think I've cried. That was the one question I had a hard time answering in the mid-year freak out tag thing. I was like, I don't know. So I went back to what I know and picked a Zodiac Academy book. Because I think I could have cried. If I didn't have the next one ready to go straight away, I could have cried.
Oh, I did cry this month. The Dead Romantics.
Oh, I have that. Do I fancy a cry?
It has a trigger for me in though, so
fair could have cried over Den of Vipers about how bad it was.
It brought me to tears.
It brought me to tears, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Right.
And not because I was engaged in the story.
Yeah. Just wanted it to end. All right, should we do one more sprint?
Yes, please.
Fab. So I will see you all in 45 minutes. Hope everyone enjoys.
See you soon.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope that was a good final sprint for you all.
Hi.
Did you finish it, Bex?
I did. I loved it.
Are you now going to reread Priory?
No. No. I only read it very end of last year, start of this year.
I read it start of this year.
So I'm going to give it a break. She's announced that she's doing a sequel to Priory now as well.
God.
So I may just wait.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to be a sequel, then yeah, read Priory to then read the sequel.
Yeah. I think I just sat and scrolled Facebook, to be quite honest, after I finished it. I didn't want to pick anything. I don't want to start anything up else tonight.
I went down and had a chat with Mum because I haven't actually seen her today. So I was like, yeah, I'm here.
So I think I'm going to start Fourth Wing tomorrow.
Ooh, exciting.
Yes.
We had Jane join us.
Hi.
I'm so sorry we're about to go off, Jane, but I'm glad you could join in for a little bit.
I loved Frostheart too.
I've not read them. Oops.
I love the whole series. It got dark in the third one for middle grade, to be fair.
Maybe I need to read them then. Amanda read 48 pages. I read 21 just because I was downstairs with my mum for a bit.
Nice.
And she needs a lift into the train station tomorrow, which she told me tonight. I was like, I figured as much, but you probably should have mentioned it.
At least she mentioned it now and not when she was shaking you awake in the morning.
Oh no, she's not going that early. Apparently the train's not till like 2:30, 3:00.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah, I'll be home by then. Almost halfway through. Amazing. Should finish it tomorrow. Yeah, I am. Am I still in the 70s or am I in the 80s? 77%. So I hit my 75% that I wanted to reach. So I think I'll finish it tomorrow.
Excellent.
So it should all be good. And then, yeah, onto the Atlas 6. And we'll see if it makes me want to then...
Oh, is that next?
Oh, the whole trilogy's not out yet, so that's not too bad.
So I am waiting.
You're waiting. I would, but it fits so many prompts between middle grade and Aurelium that I was like, wow, it's time.
Fair. I think I might catch up on Aurelium later in the year.
That's fair. I'm going swimming tomorrow. I haven't been swimming in ages.
I went last week, Thursday.
Which is bad because I know it's really good for me. Like, with all my joint issues, swimming is like the best exercise in the world, and I just don't do it. I only ever do it if I'm on holiday.
I love swimming on holiday. It's so much better than swimming in the pool at home, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, apparently, according to my mum and dad who have been to Dominican and basically been where we're going next year, you know how normally you're on holiday and you go in the pool for a relief of the heat? The pool's like a bath.
Oh.
And I was like, actually, that does sound nice, but I don't know if I want a relief.
Do they have an indoor cooler pool?
I don't think they do. They might. I think they've got showers. Maybe the showers are cold.
Maybe.
I never use the showers at pools, like at holiday pools, because I'm like, I don't want to. No.
Yeah, I'd rather just go to my room.
It's just yeah. I think swimming is like the best exercise for anyone that's got any sort of mobility issues, just because the water holds you up. I remember going after my knee went for the first time, terrified. Because I was like just standing in the water and I was like, I can feel it moving my knee. I couldn't. I was just hyper aware.
Yeah.
But
I think you are the ones who've got an issue though.
Yeah, walking through the water was enough to like help me strengthen it up. So I know I should go more. But the nearest pool near me, I think you've got to have a membership if you want to use it. Not when it's being run around crazy by kids.
Yeah.
No offense to kids using the pools, and they absolutely should, but I kind of need it a bit quieter.
But also, I think if you're going there for like a medical/exercise time, you're not going to be able to swim widths or lengths when kids are there messing about and having fun, as they should in the summer.
It's definitely not a dig.
Mm-hmm.
I just need it quiet if I'm going to be actually doing stuff to try and help it.
There's a chain of swimming pools near me that allow you to book out like they split the pool into thirds and they let you book out a third of the pool for an hour so that you can have like
just swimming whips.
mm-hmm. Or it's great if you've got family and kids because you can have like I think it's 8 people for £20 for an hour.
That's not bad.
Mm-mm. And it means that you know where your kids are
For a whole hour.
mm-hmm. Like in the pool. You don't have to keep watching out for them zipping off somewhere else.
No, you know which section they're in. A
Mm-hmm.
mile in 2 hours. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
remember I only got my 75 meters. That was as far as I tested. When we were growing up, we had to be able to swim 25 meters to swim without armbands in the
Mm.
public times. So I only ever bothered to go for my 25. But they just kept me going until I stopped. So I
That's
managed to
fair.
hit 75 meters. I was like, yes, I can go swim the pool without armbands now. It's always better when it's quiet. Maybe I have to go
Mm-hmm.
up to the one at the spa. I don't think kids go to that one.
Or maybe see if your pool doesn't adults only. Like I know the pool next to me does adults only one night and women only on another.
That's cool. 64 lengths.
Nice.
I can't imagine doing that.
Mm-mm.
I've realised after my PT session last week where we focused on cardio that I don't have stamina. I have strength, I can lift, and then I stop.
It's a good way to build it though, swimming.
That's so cool. I have no qualifications like that. I think even my first aid qualification has since ran out.
Yeah, mine has.
And since I don't work in an office anymore, I don't feel the need to refresh it because I don't think anything's changed. It's not
I
like
think
my
I did
knowledge
mine.
is out of date. I just don't have a certificate to say that I've done it recently.
I think I did mine about 14 years ago, so a lot of things probably have changed.
No, I did it just over 3 years ago.
Mm.
Did it with work.
Yeah, I did mine
You should
through work.
really recertify. I'm like, ugh, I mean, I should, but I'm not going to because it's not relevant to my position anymore.
Yeah.
Like back when I was working within the office, I was a yellow hat, gold hat. I was some sort of health and safety person to go to within the office, so I had my
Right.
first aid training, but we don't have an office anymore.
That's fair.
So I don't need it. Yeah, the pool is amazing. I agree, you are part mermaid.
Mm-hmm. If only there was a book about you, there's a prompt for a book about mermaids.
I think I might have seen one, but I can't remember where.
I read one of the Ever After books that I've been really enjoying this month, which I started book 10 and a half, thinking it was book 1.
10
And
and
that
a
was
half.
really good. Yeah, it was like an in-between book 10 and 11.
Fair enough.
I was going to do that one, the Mira Grant one, the Dark Mermaid book, but I didn't. Can't remember what it's called now. I think it's about killer mermaids.
I was going to
So
say, not
really
Middle Grey,
very
but I think Carissa Broadbent's got a mermaid one, which means it's on KU. Right, that's the end of the comments. So thank you everyone for turning up. Hope you all got some lovely reading done, or productivity, or whatever you use these sprints for. I will quickly check who's going to be tomorrow. Sprinting calendar. Who does Wednesday?
Have we got a watch along tomorrow?
What's tomorrow? What is the date tomorrow? 15th.
16th.
Oh, 16th. Claire is hosting sprints tomorrow. The next watch along is Thursday, and we're going to be watching Frozen.
Yep, that's right.
But yeah, Claire should be around for sprints tomorrow. There we go. Amanda coming to the rescue. Thursday's the watch along. I haven't watched Frozen in ages.
Oh, we watch it very regularly. And we're listening to the soundtrack just about every time we're in the car.
Oh, you're so lucky. You'll be able to sing along.
Yep. We switch between Frozen, Moana, and Encanto.
I mean, I have Moana and Encanto on my playlist as well.
It was really funny because I had my little one and then my little niece, and there's only like 4 months between them in the car. And I said to them, okay, what are we listening to? One said Frozen, one said Moana. So I had to make a playlist of one Moana song, then one Frozen song, then one Moana song, then one Frozen song. And that's the playlist that I have to put on, and they call it the Moana Anna songs.
Lovely.
So, we just have to, every time we get in the car, it's like, what are we listening to? Moana Anna.
Moana.
Moana Anna. And that's what we listen to every week when we go out and about.
You're so lucky.
I love it, to be fair. And yes, Amanda, the Stingray scene makes me cry every time too.
I'm going to have to rewatch Moana now. I don't remember it.
Oh,
I remember the first time I watched Moana, my sister was living in London for uni and having a rough time. So I'd gone up because we'd gone to see Russell Howard. And then she talked me basically into staying the whole weekend, which was fine. And we put Moana on in the evening as we ate our Chinese after Russell Howard. I fell asleep. I woke up as Shiny was on.
Oh.
And I was like half awake, thinking, why is this massive like crab-like creature singing about shiny things? And I was like, Jess was like, did I dream that? She's like, no, that's what happens.
The first time I watched that part with Tamatoa, I was like, is that Eddie Izzard?
I don't
singing?
know.
And it's not. But that's what I thought. It took me ages to watch Moana. Like, I love that is my favorite song off the whole film. But I kept like catching the same bit again and again and again, and not actually finishing the film. But when I sat down and watched it, it is one of my favorites.
I don't think I fully watched the whole thing until like Christmas just gone, because it was on TV. But I know all the songs.
We watched, what was the we watched Encanto Christmas Day, the first year it was available, so not Christmas just gone, the Christmas before. And I remember sitting there eating my Christmas dinner, crying through the kind of montage scene of Encanto, just sobbing into my Christmas dinner. My husband's going, really? Really? I was like, yeah, it's really emotional.
Yeah. We watched, I think I've told you this, Bex, but I don't know if I've said it on stream. I went and visited my friend who's got a 1-year-old, and he loves Encanto. So we watched Encanto, and then we watched the live sing-along version that they filmed straight afterwards. So I watched it back to back. I mean, I love it because, you know, I'm a big, I don't remember her real name, but she's Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Stephanie Beatrice.
Yeah, I love her, so I was good. I was very happy to see her in person. No. I really enjoyed it.
I totally get that.
Everyone was singing the Bruno song.
That song was everywhere.
It's the catchy one of the film. It's like You're Welcome from Moana. I had that song stuck in my head for probably half a year.
Yeah.
And I mean, every time I hear it, it then gets stuck in my head a bit longer.
I'm singing it now.
Yeah, it was.
That's the first one on Moana on a playlist.
I had it stuck in my head for so long but I love it. No Pressure is a very good song.
It is, and it's a very good message. like a
Yes.
very meaningful message.
How dare Lin-Manuel Miranda write such good musicals?
Absolute genius.
He is.
I remember reading or listening to Barack Obama's autobiography, and he talks about this guy who comes to put on, I don't know if he puts on a show or if he's just there to kind of sing. And he says he's absolutely brilliant, and like somebody comes up to him afterwards and says about the show or the song or whatever, and he says he like wasn't sure who it was who was there because there was loads of people there
Yeah.
performing. It was like a performance day, and it was Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Was it his pre-Hamilton rap?
I think so, yeah. But
Because I've
that's
seen him. They went to the White House when Obama was leaving, so I feel like he'd have remembered that one.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, I mean, he remembered it. It was just that he didn't know, and he was like, "This guy's a genius," but who is it?
But what?
Um,
Massive genius.
but I've never seen Hamilton. It's the one that I really want to see.
It's on Disney.
Is it?
Yeah, they released it
Oh,
during the pandemic.
probably just missed that then, didn't I?
It's on Disney Plus with the original
Oh,
cast. Um,
yeah. All I
be
watched during the pandemic was Buffy and Angel.
be aware. Do you know the songs or
No,
like the general
I don't
premise
even
of
know what I don't even know what it's about. Like, I literally don't want to know
it?
anything
Okay.
about it. I have
Um,
no idea.
so there's a bit where the camera gets very close to the performer's face,
Okay.
and it's Jonathan Groff,
Okay.
and he's singing very passionately, and there is spit.
Oh,
So
I'll look away.
yeah, it's the first song that he sings. He's the only white person there, so
Okay.
it's hard to miss.
I might watch that Thursday night then.
Yeah, he's hard to miss.
Might watch that Thursday. I'll see if my
So
husband wants to watch it.
maybe, busy yourself with something
Okay.
whilst that song is on, because the song is great, but
I'll do
there
some
is spit.
diamond painting or something during that bit then.
Exactly. Just through that song. There's
Um,
nothing happening on stage for you to actually need to pay attention to during the
okay,
song.
cool. The other one I want to see is 6.
Yeah, I've not seen 6, and I don't think it's online anywhere.
No, I don't think so
At
either.
least not legally.
No. Trying to think what my favourite musical.
I got to see Hamilton in January before lockdown happened, so I was very happy.
Oh wow.
Black Brothers is good. I really like Legally Blonde, the musical.
Not seen it. To be fair, the only live musical I have seen, which was phenomenal, was Wicked, and we saw it at the Victoria Theatre. Is it the Victoria?
I've not seen
No,
Wicked. I feel like I should have seen Wicked by now, considering I'm an hour away from London.
it's brilliant. We travelled down to London to see it. That's my husband's favourite. So we travelled down to London when my cousin lived there. And went to see it with my cousin, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen Les Mis.
I do love Les Mis.
That's not my sort of musical, but we didn't go for me.
Mm.
And it's not like I didn't enjoy it. It's that it's 99% singing.
Yeah, it is.
Like I love the film because I could
Mm.
pause it. I've seen Waitress. That was really good. I've seen Mamma Mia. That was a bit of a disappointment
Mm.
because
I don't like Mamma Mia.
so I love the film, and I feel like that means that the musical has a lot to live up to, and it can't live up to that.
Yeah, I turned the film off about 20 minutes in.
It's one of my dad's favorite films, and I don't know why. He's not a musical person.
No, see, I wanted to love it because I love Colin Firth and I love Stellan Skarsgård, and I can't remember who the other guy is. Is it
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah.
And I love him too, but I just could not get into it. And at the time, it was my friend's favorite film, and she brought it round, and we got a Chinese, and we're sitting watching it, and I was like, I'm really sorry, but I hate it. So we turned it off and watched something. And I said I would keep watching it, but it just wasn't my thing.
That's fair. What else have I seen? I mean, technically I've seen Beauty and the Beast, but I was young that I don't really remember it.
Mm.
I've seen Lion King, even though I told my parents that they shouldn't be taking me, and I cried like a baby, as I told them I would.
Fair.
But yeah, I saw Legally Blonde off of the West End. They did it
I think that
all.
would be brilliant. I love Legally Blonde, the film.
It's way better than the film.
Is it?
So much better than the film,
Oh.
in my opinion. The film, I can't really watch the film anymore. What else have I seen? I saw Spring Awakening off of the West End as well. That was good. That was my first I'm going to a musical that I've chosen.
Yeah. See, I love Chicago.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a good one.
And I
I want
think
to go
I would
see Book
love
of
to see that
Mormon.
live.
I want
But
to see
that's
Book of Mormon. That's like the next one on my list.
because I love the Jailhouse. Is it the Jailhouse Django?
Have you seen the miscast version?
No.
So I think every year or something, up in New York, they do like a miscast event where
All
Broadway
right.
actors get to sing songs that they probably wouldn't be able to sing if they were actually in the show. So the Cell
Uh-huh.
Block Tango is done by 6 guys,
Okay.
and Jeremy Jordan is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the others. Jeremy Jordan's the only one I know.
Ooh.
But yeah, they give it their all.
I saw a one on it was one on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and it was done by like a production company, but they did it where like the 5 of them didn't know what the other person was gonna say.
That sounds good.
So like they were doing it and he was improving like what the person had done or how they died or like whenever it got to their part, he improv
They
it
weren't
and it
told the
was
words.
brilliant. And they had like try and keep a straight face because he was just making up storylines, and it was so good. If I find it again, I'll send you a link.
Please, yeah. I know Aaron. I'd say Tevitt, but I don't know if that's his surname. He was in the Les Mis film, but
Mm-hmm.
he does Mine Hair
All right,
from.
okay.
Is that Chicago or is that Moulin Rouge?
Mm.
I don't remember. But again, that's a song normally done by a woman, and he does it in full costume and like full Fosse. It was
Yeah.
It was very good.
Cabaret.
Cabaret. I knew it was one that was kind of Fosse.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love the miscast each year they come out.
It's been a couple of years since I watched Chicago, but I didn't recognize it.
But no, yeah, Cell Block Tango.
I love Cell Block Tango.
Is Chicago I Can't Do It Alone? Was that Chicago? Or was that Cabaret as well?
I'm rubbish with names of songs.
But I can't do it. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Tate. Chicago. Oh, it's from the movie at least. I don't know if it's in the musical, but it's definitely in the movie.
But then I love Rocky Horror as well. I think
I've only seen half of Rocky Horror.
Every time, well, when I watch Rocky Horror, the only song that sticks in my head is "Damn It, Janet." Damn it, Janet.
I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd gone out on like a Saturday night or something, and it was the film we'd put on the Sunday. But then my lift arrived halfway through the film. So I know half the film, and then I know whatever they show in Glee.
Mm.
And the Time Warp, because that video appears everywhere.
Yeah, because Meatloaf's in the film.
Of course he is.
It's been years since I watched it. I would love to see that live, where everyone goes dressed up.
It appeared on my TikTok the other day. as my like they're TikTok's person's favorite call outs.
All right.
So, like obviously because it has like space for audience participation or whatever,
Mm.
and they do it live. And it was just the favorite things that people had called out. And I was like, oh, that does sound like really fun. But I would not be the person to call out because, one, I don't know what they should be, and two, you don't do that in a theatre.
Mm.
All right, I will end these sprints. I am aware that we've probably been chatting for a good half an hour now. Sorry, everyone. But thank you for coming. Like I said, Claire will be live tomorrow and Frozen Watch Along Thursday. Bye.
Bye.